So, hey guys, happy Saturday. It's a new week of vlogs and I'm starting upstairs today. What's going on? I actually had a resume class that I took this morning through the same company that I've been doing my training courses and working toward my certifications. They were offering a free Zoom resume class today. And since this is like a completely new field for me, if I do end up job searching someday for this field, you never know with COVID happening. I just figure I better be prepared, right? They were doing a resume class, so I thought it'd be beneficial to listen to what people are looking for this specific field. So I just finished that. So I've been upstairs and now I'm gonna head downstairs because I'm pretty sure it's time for science. As promised, it's time for science. I am themed today, wearing the shirt, and I have some items that I've been holding off waiting to test. Essentially, since I haven't been going into grocery stores, I haven't been finding new items to test because I've just been ordering groceries online. However, when we came back from our honeymoon, I went into the grocery store one time. We had just gotten back from the honeymoon and we'd gone into HEB multiple times down there. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go in person. And I went to the grocery store, and then that next week, Texas exploded with cases. So I haven't been back in the store, but I saved these items. These are ones that I actually got to see in the store shopping. So let me show you what we're gonna test today for science. So we've got these two different Chex Mix flavors. We've got spicy dill and buffalo ranch. Those sound awesome. And then we've got some Swedish Fish Crush Fruit Mix, which I love orange soda. Mike loves orange soda. So we'll see how this is. And then a new Oreo flavor, Tiramisu. We still love the chocolate marshmallow Oreos. We've been ordering them like crazy from the grocery delivery services. Still able to get them so far. They're still our favorite, so we'll see if the tiramisu lives up to that. And finally, a nostalgic choice. We'll see if it tastes like I remember. Dunkaroos! They're back. So I got quite a few of these. Hopefully we still like them. I know that they do not have the kangaroo shape anymore. They used to be a kangaroo shaped cookie, but excited to try all these and see what we think. I turned around and almost stepped on this pupper. Are you no longer mad at me? Have you given up being angry? He was sulking from the vet all day and punishing us. As he does. I think he's over it now though, or he's starting to be over it. Mike is ready for the science? All right, let's start with the Chex Mix. All right, I don't know if this is the right way, but I'm gonna sniff test. Ooh, that's definitely some dill. Oh, there's some different pieces in here than usual. So there you have it. This is the dill. Let's give it a taste here. He's trying to get out of the frame. Grab a handful. Dill pickle Chex Mix. Cheers.
Definitely dill.
But not as strong as I was expecting. Ooh, spicy. Ooh, really spicy actually.
There's a little spicy, some of the Chex are spicy.
I think I got quite a few of those.
Oh, good actually.
Really good. This is a dill piece.
Yes, it is spicy Chex Mix. It does actually say it.
I mean, we like dill pickle flavored things, so figured we'd like this one. Spicy dill. Thumbs up for it. Big fan of that. Would buy again for sure. Yep.
You're welcome.
Pretty sure I know which ones are the buffalo pieces. So we've got some ranch Chex and some buffalo Chex. Here we go. Cheers. Okay. The spicy dill was spicier. The bagel chips have ranch on them as well, it looks like. The ranch bagel chips are really good.
I only get a little bit of the buffalo.
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't feel
very
like it's that
strong.
I get much more of the ranch.
And this one, I mean, the dill has the same idea. It's very coated, but these lost their texture, whereas the dill didn't, I don't think. This one had like way more powder on it. And it's almost like eating a puppy chow piece. Or muddy buddy piece if you don't call it puppy chow.
I was like puppy chow.
In the South, we call it puppy chow.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about actual dog food.
No. In the South, we call it puppy chow. Other places call it muddy buddies, but that's how thick it's coated. I'm a little more meh on the buffalo. More thumbs up on the dill. A little like on the buffalo. And I love buffalo things. You? Same?
Same. Not as good as I was hoping.
Yeah. Dill pickle one's better. Next up we have the crushed Swedish fish. And you have pineapple, grape, strawberry, and orange. Which one are you going for first?
Grape.
Grape.
Grape's always the worst flavor.
Agreed. Cheers. It's grape. I mean, I love Swedish fish, so it kind of tastes like any other Swedish fish, honestly. I'm wondering if this is gonna taste any different than a normal orange Swedish fish.
I didn't know there was such thing as orange Swedish fish.
Yeah.
I've only
In the
ever
mixed
had,
bag.
I've only ever had
The red ones?
regular Swedish fish.
I went for
What are you
strawberry.
doing to me? Okay.
Strawberry. Oh no. Colby's like,
Hello?
I will take it. You
Yeah, I
doing
think it's
5-second rolls?
think it's
Okay. Cheers.
I mean, they taste like crush.
Yeah. I prefer a cherry Swede to a strawberry personally.
Okay.
Orange or pineapple?
Pineapple.
Pineapple. All right. Will it taste like a Dole Whip? Let's find out. Ooh, that one's good. That one's definitely pineapple. That one's my favorite so far. I have a feeling this is just gonna taste like orange, like normal, but. Boop.
More like orange crush.
It does actually have a stronger orange flavor than normal. All right. I enjoy those. Probably wouldn't buy it again. Probably just stick with the traditional. But fun to have something new. Next up, tiramisu Oreo. Sacha.
You get the sniff test.
I did. I sniffed the entire bag. It definitely smells like a Bath and Body Works coffee candle.
Do you see the cream?
Or a Yankee candle. Yeah, it's got the 2 different tones. Definitely has a coffee candle smell.
We're just eating it like.
Yep.
Okay.
And go.
Okay. Takes a minute to get there.
It's subtle. Meh.
I think it's good. It's just not.
It just kind of tastes sweet.
I think it tastes like tiramisu.
There's a little bit of spice. I get a little cinnamon.
It definitely tastes like tiramisu to me. Maybe you just don't have taste because you have COVID.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
Tiramisu's not a super strong, like, distinctive.
It's missing the espresso flavor. It's got the cream and the cinnamon. It just doesn't have enough espresso flavor.
Okay.
So, chocolate marshmallow is still the best. The true test. Will these taste like my childhood? And will we like it better than the Dunkaroo dip that I actually made?
We won't. That's...
Mike loves the Dunkaroo dip. So, we'll find out. If I like my Dunkaroo dip better, then that's good for us, because then we never have to worry about these again once they inevitably go back off the shelves. Have a little nostalgic moment here. Although I know it's not going to be kangaroos. Oh, they gave lots of little cookies. So yes.
That does not look appetizing, the dip.
Nope, nope. I do remember it looking better as a child. Like, I think it used to be swirled in. Like,
Yeah, I agree. That looks like it got glooped.
It got glooped 100%. It does not have the swirl to it. You can barely see the confetti.
That's lunch lady mashed potatoes. Like so
Let's find out. I feel like it's just going to taste like straight up Frosty. Yeah, I remember this consistency being very different. I remember it being thick and it's gooey.
I'm scared.
The moment we've been waiting for.
I said these weren't going to be a disaster.
Right?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Nope.
Nope. That ain't it.
Nope.
That ain't it.
Nope.
They're lying. If you try these, this is not the same. I bought 4 of these because I thought we were gonna love them. We still have 3 more in the cabinet. Yeah, I'll take my Dunkaroo dip any day, and if you guys have not seen my vlogs before and you want to try the Dunkaroo dip, I'll put a link down below so you can make it yourself. It's healthier for you than eating straight up frosting and tastes.
The cookies are worse. Everything
the
about
cookies
this is worse.
definitely have a different flavor to them too. Yeah, they cheapened out on us,
Yeah,
for
they're
sure.
like bad shortbread, like really bad shortbread.
Yeah, the animal cookies that I use are way better than these. That is a carton of disappointment. That is 100% not the same as it was when I was a kid. And these were like one of my favorite treats. Didn't get them very often, so trust me when I say I remember. Because I was obsessed with them. That's why I love that recipe so much. So yeah, don't run out and get these. Just make the Dunkaroo dip recipe that I'll put down below. Look at that face right now. Why are you leaving me? I'm the baby. Why are you leaving me? We'll be right back. We just gotta pick up Chewy's. All right, here's our Chewy's spread. I got the taco kit again, so it comes with all these toppings, and then Mike got a gigantic burrito. It is absolutely huge, and he got boom boom sauce to go over top. Gonna be delicious. So hello, happy Sunday. TV is turning on. Did that just mess you up? All right, pause because I accidentally signed Mike out of his Xbox by turning on the TV because he's actually playing Xbox in the other room with Brittany and Jordan playing some Destiny. Catching up to us. So I'm going to do my planner and watch some Survivor. Almost forgot to film. Started filling it out. Just got my workouts in so far.
I was like, no.
So there you go.
I knew it was gonna be a trap.
Like I said, he's gaming with Brittany and Jordan. All right, time to fill it out. It's a cute one, nice and summery. If only we could actually do these things. And today, for lunch and dinner together, we are having leftover tacos from Chewy's. Hello everyone, it's Monday evening. And I can tell now that it's no longer March or April. My brain has a hard time accepting the fact that it's July, but I can accept that in this current moment because I am up here. It's 6 p.m. I'm about to go down and make dinner, and the sun hasn't started coming through the window and driving me crazy because the time change. Remember when I used to film up here and it's like 5 p.m. and I was running downstairs to escape the sunlight? It hasn't even made it to me yet. Oh, how is it July? How is it like middle of July? What is this year? So tonight I made barbecue chicken with this awesome looking potato salad from Marley Spoon. And there you have it. Looks yummy. Guess we have to get a bigger bed. There's not enough space for all of them. Really, guys? You're really sandwiched in there, Foster. Look at those brothers. Look at those brothers. Hello, happy Tuesday. I had to think about it. Happy Tuesday. I'm at HEB waiting for my groceries to be delivered to me in my car because I can't go inside anywhere because coronavirus is taking over. However, I will say it sounds like Houston might be shutting down again. Our mayor has put a proposal to the governor basically begging him to let Houston shut down for at least 2 weeks. Probably find out more about that either today or tomorrow. Fingers crossed the governor actually lets it happen. But I'm here to pick up my groceries, and then it is Tabata time after I get the groceries. Having those universal feels right now. Those universal feels. Take me back. Go away, coronavirus. I want to go back to Universal. Please. I'm home. Groceries put away. Time for Tabata. That's one round. One round, 2 more to go. The beautiful people came on right as I finished my workout. It's meant to be. I think if you watched my video last week, my Flashback Friday, then you know that every time I hear this song, I think of 7, which is my favorite scare zone of all time at Horror Nights. And it's most definitely on this playlist because this playlist that I was using, if you don't know, Tabata doesn't actually have any soundtrack because you're just doing like interval workouts. So I play my own music while it's happening because I work out a lot better if I have music going. So today I used my 10 miler playlist from when I used to do Run Disney, and back in the day, like 2012, 2013, 2014, they had the Tower of Terror 10 miler before the park started getting torn up, and so they stopped having runs there. But I did all 3 of the inaugural Tower of Terror 10 milers, and this was my playlist for, I believe, the last one I did. And so I kept getting Horror Night songs on it because the 10 miler was during October. So clearly I was in Horror Nights mode when I was putting this list. Honestly, it's a lot of Bill and Ted's music. Was that 2014? Was that in Bill and Ted's 2014 or 2013? I can't remember. But then this one, if I can find it, played while I was doing my last rep. And this one is like the quintessential Bill and Ted song for me. This is from my favorite year of Bill and Ted's. Every time I hear it, I just think of Bill and Ted's with the girls dressed as the various serial killers. It's so good. I just love it so much. And so it's such a good workout song. And all I can think of is like the various girls coming out, like they were all dressed. We had like Freddy Krueger and Jason, but they were all like sexy versions of them. And they came out and they'd have their knives and they'd be like, ah, with their knife to start the dance. It was so good. I think it's on YouTube if you want to watch it. 2013's Bill and Ted's, so good. So I had a really good workout. As you can tell by my face, you saw what it looked like when I finished round 1. Today was really good, really tough. And before I go shower, so I am jumping back into my health and fitness. I think I mentioned it in one of the videos. Maybe it was the wedding update video that I have put on some COVID-19 weight, which I think we all expected to happen considering we're stuck in our house all the time and not getting as much physical activity. And I jumped off keto. So I've gained some of the weight back and I knew it was gonna happen. I tried to maintain for as long as I could, and then just without having Zumba and soul grooves multiple times a week, the weight just started coming back on. So I'm getting real focused now without having as much exercise as I was having when I first came into quarantine. I'm gonna have to start really tracking what I'm eating again. So I'm not going back into keto because, like I said, with quarantine, it's just too hard for me personally to do keto right now because I'm not going into the grocery stores myself. And so right now we're getting 3 meals a week through Marley Spoon, which makes a huge difference in our shopping trips for the grocery store because it means I don't have to buy meat or vegetables very often because that's coming from Marley Spoon. So I don't have to be there picking those items, and a lot of times when you have someone else pick it for you, it's just not what you would have chosen yourself. So because of that, because we're getting 3 items from Marley Spoon a week and they don't have keto specific meals, I am just going to try to do everything in moderation, which I've done to lose weight before. The reason why I really liked keto is because I'm someone where I know myself, and sometimes if you give me an inch, I'll take a mile. So if I'm doing everything in moderation, I'm like, oh, I can have 2 Oreos, and I count it, and then suddenly it's like, oh, well, I had 2 Oreos earlier, I can have 2 more Oreos now, and I'm not staying on top of it as much as I should be. And I do try to track everything I eat, but sometimes once I have 2 Oreos, then I go down a whole snack path. So keto was good for me mentally because I couldn't have any of that stuff. And so once I couldn't have any of it, then it was easier to find healthier alternatives and just not keep it in the house whatsoever and not tempt myself. So, and then I just saved that kind of stuff for 1 day a week. And it was a really good way mentally for me to control my sugar addiction, because once you don't have sugar, you're less addicted. It was also easier to say no to stuff at work because I could tell people, no, I'm on keto, I can't have cake. And it wasn't like, oh, I could have a piece of cake, because everything's in moderation, right? So I could have a piece of cake and just not have something later, because then what happens is later in the day I'm like, oh, but I want something now, and I convince myself to break my own rules. Whereas keto, it was a flat no. Can't have it, gonna break myself out of keto, can't do it. That's just me, and I know how I operate. I've lost and gained weight a ton of times in my adult life. It's just gonna be a thing for my entire life, I'm pretty sure. I've never been a thin person. I don't expect to ever be a thin person. I just wanna be a fit person. And as long as I'm fit and healthy, I'm happy. And I just like to feel good in the clothes I have. And as long as I'm feeling good, then I really don't care what other people in the world think about my weight. But I like to feel personally good. And I'm starting to get to the point where I don't feel personally good anymore. So it's time to get back into it. Because I'm doing everything in moderation, I just have to be really strict on myself, and I have to start working out more. Because that's also a problem for me, is when I was working, I was walking probably 2 miles a day. And then I was also working out on top of that when I was being good. My job just, you know, involved a decent amount of walking. And now I am lucky to hit a mile a day because I'm not leaving my house. I'm walking around my house, and let me tell you, it is so hot outside. I want to start just going for evening walks, but it is so hot right now. We had a heat advisory this past weekend. We were over 100 degrees all weekend. I don't know, I think I might just have to bite the bullet, and on the days I'm not doing workouts, just go for an evening walk and just at least get a mile in, because it's just, quarantine life is tough. I don't go anywhere to walk anywhere, you know. I used to at least, you know, even if I'm just walking around Target, I was walking. And so I was walking all the time, and now I'm walking none of the time. If I go back through my activity in my Apple Watch from last year, once I started working at my job, you can see, okay, that blank week is the week I had the flu. And then I started my new job like right after that. And you'll see almost every day. And if you see an empty day, it's probably because it was Saturday and I just forgot to put on my watch. That's usually what happens. Well, that was a Tuesday. Oh, I do know what happened. That was the day I had food poisoning when we were in Key West, and so I didn't even put my watch on because I was miserable all day. So that's the explanation for that one, had food poisoning. But pretty much every other day you can see I hit my walking goal. Pretty much every single day for the year. And then January going pretty well, minus a Saturday that I forgot to put on my watch. February still going well. March we get into quarantine. I started quarantine this week. April doing okay. And then we just drop off into nothing, It's like May, June, July, it's just like because it got too hot. So I don't know. I don't know what the solution is aside from just going to walk in the evenings and just having Mike go with me and at least get a mile done just to get some steps in, because that's definitely not helping my weight gain because I'm just sedentary. Anyway, that was a lot of talk about it, but today is the day we're starting counting everything, tracking my food, everything in moderation, staying within my calories, exercising more, and working my way back to the weight I was last fall at Horror Nights, which was the lowest weight I'd been in a really long time, and I felt really confident at that weight. So if I can get back to that weight and a little bit more, I'd be really happy. So that's my goal. So happy Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. We still have leftovers from Chewy's. So we are having some vegetarian tacos. I made some like fajita vegetables. We've got beans and rice to make veggie little tacos. Clearly it's much later in the day. We had a very busy day here, which I will talk more about, but we are starting to work on some house projects, including finally changing these dang floors, saying goodbye to this ugly carpet and the dang concrete floor that's been there ever since Hurricane Harvey. Finally gonna get the flooring done. So we had someone come by today and give us a quote. It was a little strange letting someone in the house, right, Bean? You hated it. The dogs had to be outside. But yeah, very strange to let someone in your house in the middle of the pandemic. We all wore our masks the whole time they were here, and I just had to let my anxiety be what it is because we need to get this done. So it's gonna be even weirder having a team of people in here putting in flooring. Really don't know how I feel about that yet, but, and we have exciting things tomorrow, because tomorrow, it seems like we're just going crazy, but we're going to do a test drive of the Model Y. There we go, he just got snuggled. My little me. We're gonna go do a test drive of the Model Y because Tesla has a new version. It's the Model Y. It's kind of like a little SUV, and they're doing contactless test drives. So we don't have to be around people. They disinfect the cars in between uses. You get 45 minutes to take it and drive it, and you're on your own. The last time we did a test drive, they actually had a representative with you when we were test driving the previous models, deciding that we wanted the Model 3. Now, because of everything going on, they still want people to test drive, so they're doing contactless test drives. Not quite sure how it works yet, but we'll find out tomorrow when we go on that adventure. So, test driving it to see if we like it. You guys know how Mike loves his Tesla, so of course we have to test drive the new one, right? So I'm watching the Japan episodes of Queer Eye, and this did not age well. This is just a couple years ago. Yeah. Well, now we all wear masks. Strange times we're living in. Okay, we're here for our test drive. Let's go test drive your Model Y.
Yep.
Woo. So here it is, the Model Y. Has a white interior. As you can see, it actually has a little bit of a hatchback on it compared to Model 3 that we currently have. This is the Y. So there's our actual Model 3. There's ours. There's the new one. You can see the size comparison. It's a little taller, a little bigger. Someone's rocking out. Yep, same looking screen.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Push that seat back.
You should feel like you've got more vertical room.
I'm already liking the seat better.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like in terms of like spacing, like not.
I'm not like I'm not literally sitting on the floor.
Right. Because it's higher up.
It's higher up.
It's
so
the
it's
same
like,
seat.
It's more like an SUV seat rather than.
Actually, here, look in the back. You'll actually see it. So you see how they're up on risers?
Yeah.
It's the same exact seat, just like
way better.
4 or 5 inches up off the ground.
Way better that way. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sit back here just to see. I'm sure I'll sit back here and at some point we'll let you pull over and I'll sit back here and ride.
The roof, by the way.
Oh yeah, the roof is all one giant piece.
Which is cool.
Very cool.
And those also recline. You actually have yours reclined right now, so it's actually probably pretty comfy to sit in.
It is.
Oh yeah, it's way roomier than the back seat in the.
Yeah, which I don't feel uncomfortable in the back seat of yours, but
I don't really.
Aside from, it's not the smoothest ride.
But like put your feet up like you're stretching out.
Oh yeah,
see how much more you've got. Yeah.
And that's smart having it higher up because you do have the extra foot room there. Reclined.
Which, like, if you're taller, you do catch that a little bit. But.
For the record, I will never survive doing Florida theme parks wearing a mask. I am like 5 minutes in the Texas humidity and I'm like suffocating and dying. I know scientifically I'm still getting plenty of oxygen. It's just claustrophobia for me. But whew, the humidity. You got your nice SUV back. I'm gonna go take a look at that real quick. Yeah, so obviously much lower than a regular SUV. Like my SUV, I'm pretty much like thigh height at, and this I'm like knee height lower, but that might be easier for getting groceries and stuff in because you're not having to lift up.
You got much bigger storage in the back than mine even.
And does it have a frunk?
Yeah. And then it also has this little thing for like the charging cables and stuff.
Okay.
So
let's check out the frunk and then let's take it for a drive.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with Tesla, obviously it's electric, so it doesn't have a motor here, so you get a frunk. About the same size as yours, right?
No, much deeper.
Much deeper? Okay.
Mine's maybe like that.
Okay.
So it's quite a bit more space.
Yeah, we've used it. We've used it on road trips. It's nice to have. Okay, let's go for it. Yeah, so all of this part is the same as the 3. Same screen that we have. Same console area. Cup holders, armrest. It's just all higher. You like the white interior, don't you?
I do. It stays cooler.
I understand that.
Which I feel like...
It's just hard to keep clean, I feel like.
I don't think it is.
Especially with dogs.
I don't think it is. I think it might actually be easier to keep clean.
You can see ash hair everywhere.
I mean, but you can see it.
Touche. And muddy paw prints everywhere. I just took a turn driving. It definitely drives very similar to his Model 3, although you are higher off the ground. For me personally, I love my Tucson. I love the height it gives me. I like being a little higher off the ground. I had a Mazda 3 for years and never really felt safe highway driving because of it, because it just feels like you're so low and all the other cars and semis are so much higher than you. And so I still feel that in his Model 3. I just feel too low to the ground. I feel like we're gonna get squashed. So I prefer my Tucson because it gives you some height on the ground and you just feel a little better. This is definitely an improvement over the Model 3, but not as high as my Tucson. So as a passenger, I feel way more comfortable in this car because you are higher off the ground. As a driver, I would prefer a little more height. I still like this way better than the Model 3 personally. I think it's smoother. I think it has more space. I think it has more comfort as far as the seats. You're a little off the ground so you don't feel every single bump, which we kind of do with the Model 3. That's my one complaint about the Model 3 is it's a little bumpy because you're so low to the ground and it's such a heavy car. You feel everything. I'm gonna switch back. I'm gonna ride in the back seat for this next section and give it a go. But so far, I'm a big fan of this compared to the Model 3. Okay, he's now my Uber driver. I'm in the back seat. We're gonna do a little tour around the neighborhood again that we were driving through. See how it feels.
Yeah, it's definitely like, it's like looking out of tanks.
Yeah, so my only complaint that I haven't talked about yet is that the rear view mirror visibility is very, very slim because look how small your back window is. You can barely see out of it. So if you had like if you ever driven a VW Bug, like the new VW Bugs, very similar. It's such a slanted back that you don't get much out of it. That's my only complaint so far.
You do have that one.
Yeah, you do have the back camera. It's more so just if you're used to being able to see out of the back of your car on a highway. You definitely feel more of the road back here than you do in the front, which is true about the 3 as well. I think for someone who has a tendency to get car sick in the back seat, I'm always interested to know what it's like to be in the back seat just for other people, because I can get car sick if I'm in the back seat of certain vehicles. I'm not sure how I feel about this one yet. These do block a good amount of your visibility. If you get car sick, you can't just stare forward. You would have to lean out like I was doing. So that's not exactly the most comfortable ride. So I would say that is a strike against it. I mean, if you're not someone that gets car sick, no big deal, but it is a little bumpy back here and you don't get much visibility. I mean, you can always stare up. You got plenty of visibility there, but I think maybe the amount of slant on it is affecting me a little bit. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, because it's a very comfortable seat. You get plenty of space. It's not cramped, and I did not expect to feel that way back here. But again, if you're not someone that gets car sick, it's not going to be a concern for you. It's plenty of space. You got lots of room for your legs. Very comfortable seats. Just putting it out there, just in case. Also, I'll note I am very short, so if you're not someone who's very short, you probably won't have as much issue as me because you'll be able to see over his seat. Like, as soon as you do this, if you're a few inches taller than me, you're good. I'm just short, so this is what I'm seeing. So there you go, switching up front. So Mike actually just pointed out that we are on the performance model, which gives you the sportier tires, so they're not as smooth as what we have on our Model 3, and you don't have to get those tires. So if you don't have the performance, you probably have a smoother ride, probably not as bumpy back there as well. So did want to put that out there. It's much smoother up here. It's the same case for the Model 3. Like, the front seats are smoother than the back without a doubt. But I think it was mostly the slant of the windshield and just the seat size that was affecting me. Up front, I'm perfectly comfortable and everything's great and I would be fine. I just like to put that out there because I know I'm not the only one who gets car sick in the back seat. So just something to know. So we're heading back to drop it off, but I think the consensus is we both give this a giant thumbs up compared to the Model 3. Definitely prefer this one over the Model 3. I mean, we still like our Model 3, don't get me wrong. But we just like being higher up off the ground and having a little more space in the kind of little mini SUV style. Good to be a passenger in this vehicle moving forward. We'll see what happens. So we are back at Tesla, doing one last little tour through the car, just checking out all the features. Oh, that's cool.
So you do have that.
That's cool. You don't have to go around to each side and pull the lever. That's just smart.
They don't pop back up, but
also, if you're the type of person that wants to camp in their car, plenty of space to put a mattress, and then you have your nice skylight. If you're like Mike and you have hockey gear, you can just put down the middle. Yeah, he can have his hockey gear back here and just put his sticks through there. Very convenient. I definitely think this would be the better car for you as far as lugging your hockey gear around, because I know it fits in your car, but it's a tight fit. Yeah, it's a tight fit.
I have to take stuff out of the bag.
Yeah, this would definitely be easier for you, without a doubt.
It's a way better fit for what I want.
Agreed. Yeah, I think it definitely would be a much better fit for you. Just a little better fit for our family, I think, with the dogs and the hockey equipment. I just think this would be a better fit for us. So we will see what happens in the future, but definitely considering switching from the 3 to the Y. So we're home from our test drive and we did a quick stop at Chick-fil-A. So this is going to be our main meal for the day, and it's a late lunch. So main meal for the day, I got the wrap and some fries, Polynesian Chick-fil-A sauce for the fries, and the avocado lime ranch for my wrap. So we've got a guy here working on our sprinklers today, and Colby had zero interest in him whatsoever, was just like, oh, someone's here, until we turned the sprinklers on. The reason why we have a sprinkler guy here is because Colby ate all our sprinklers in the back, but they had the water on just then, so Colby was really interested. Trying to get them fixed because our front beds desperately need the water, because I actually have flowers and plants up front. Don't care about the backyard. Colby would just eat those sprinklers anyway. But I would like to get our sprinkler system at least fixed so we could run it and run the front and not the back, because this terror will eat all the sprinkler parts in the back. But I just want my plants watered without having to do manual watering all the time, because it's just been so dry here. In other news, my boss did call me today, my general manager. You'll hear the dogs freaking out because they're running around the house in varying levels of panic over having someone in our backyard. But my boss did call me, as promised. This was the scheduled day we were going to talk. And he was basically like, hey, so do you want to talk again in 2 weeks? Which is pretty much what I was expecting, because Houston's numbers are still terrible. There's all sorts of rumors going around that Houston's going to shut down soon. They're basically just waiting to hear from the governor. So yeah, he was like, let's talk again in 2 weeks and see where we're at. So pushed it down another 2 weeks for sure at home. Probably at least 2 weeks after that, because he's not gonna make me start the day after we talk. So probably another month at home at least. Jordan, you're failing me. Jordan, the disappointment right there. We go. Wait, okay, wait. Yeah. Oh, wait, what? Is that too tight? Yeah. Noodle Squad. Live in fear of the Noodle Squad. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Doing the greater good for the tower. A little cleaning. Yeah, gotta keep the tower clean, you know. Doing your part. That emote is ridiculous and I love it. 1050, what? Oh snap. Hello everyone, happy Thursday. It's felt like Friday all day. I don't know why, it just does. It feels like Friday. All day I've been convinced it's Friday. It's not, it's Thursday. We're going to redo Mike's office, the foyer, the living room, and our master bedroom with the new flooring. So basically everything that has the really cheap carpet that was here since Mike moved in, so it's been here for 10 years and lived with dogs for 10 years. So all the cheap carpet's going and then the wood laminate is going. We're gonna have wood vinyl. It's gonna be really pretty. Carpet will stay up here and on the stairs because that carpet's all in good condition. It's the same carpet, but the dogs don't ever come up here because we have the child gate. So it's in good condition up here. We're just gonna do the vinyl basically everywhere the dogs go that doesn't already have tile, so we can actually have some clean floors. So tonight I made some roasted asparagus. It's got some lemon, pepper, and some Parmesan cheese on top. And over here, I busted out the air fryer again, and our poppers are finishing up. They look good. They're almost done. Just got a few parts that aren't quite crispy enough yet. And they go. And there you have it. Air fried jalapeno poppers with cream cheese and bacon. And some roasted asparagus. Looks delish. Ellie Goulding's new album came out today. So I'm listening to that first time all the way through. Very excited. Been 5 years of waiting. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So hello, happy Friday, TGIF. The week is almost over and I'm upstairs studying and the hubby just delivered me some Starbucks. So you know it's gonna be a good afternoon, getting some studying in. It feels like such a long process. It's been really hard to dive back into it, but really trying to focus on it. Getting through it, working on it. There's Mike's Mod Pizza. Oh, I didn't tell you we were getting pizza, but we got Mod Pizza. So Mike got a spicy pizza. It's got all sorts of good, some garlic and some chorizo and spicy sausage and spicy sauce. Looks yummy. And there's mine. I went for pepperoni, bacon, green peppers, olives, roasted garlic. Looks good. Okay guys, so it is late Friday night. We played some Destiny with Brittany and Jordan, and now it is very much time for bed. So I will see you guys again next week. Bye.